Good morning, student. I am Raju Ranjan Upadhyay, SST teacher of Sunbeam Convent Public School, Buxar. Today I am going to teach you class 9th economics lesson 1 village Palampur. I have teach you in the previous videos about the different phase of the village Palampur. Today I am going to explain you the next part of the village Palampur. The next part is farming in village Palampur. All of you know that farming is the main production activity in Palampur. 75% of population of the village Palampur are dependent on the farming process. Farming is a main activity. Some people are engaged in other activities, but the main activity is the farming. But land is fixed. Since 1960, the land is fixed and they are doing agricultural activity on that land. They have well irrigated system. They have used electricity in their tube wells. Earlier, they used Persian wheels for the irrigation, but at recent time in the village Palampur, there is a developed irrigation system, and by the help of this developed irrigation system, they used multiple cropping. The standard unit of the measuring land is hectare, and village Palampur has a small plot. The villagers has a small plots. Land is divided into different families. Some families has large piece of the land. Some families has a small piece of the land. In this condition, they are growing mainly two types of the crop in their land. Number one is known as the Rabi crop, which is sown into the October and November and harvested into the March and April. And Kharif crop, which is cultivated into the June and July and harvested into the October and November. Villagers of Palampur cultivate a middle crop which is known as the Jayat. They also cultivate some jwar, bajra, and the different type of the fodders which is used for feeding the animals. Students, here I will describe you that land is fixed. There are no any increase of the land after independence. The population is continuously increasing. In this situation, the fulfill of the requirement of food grain of village Palampur is a difficult process. After 1960, they use a different method of the production which is known as the HYV or high yielding variety, which is known as the mostly we can say that green revolution. Here I asked you a question that what is the green revolution? I think you have studied it about the previous classes, class 8. I would like to describe you that green revolution is a process. In this process, on the same piece of the land, the use of the by the use of the different means of production like pesticides, develop variety of the seeds, pesticides, manure, and develop means of the irrigation system. They use and produce more and more crop on the same piece of the land. This system is known as the green revolution. Mr. M.S. Swaminathan was the founder of Green Revolution in our nation. By adopting this method, the farmers of village Palampur produce much amount of the food grains. They use their food grains for their own use. After the surplus production is sold into the village Raipur and the big town of the Sahpur and the Raipur. Some piece of the land of the village are also cultivated by sugarcane. They cultivate some sugarcane and built jaggery and gur. They sold it into the market. Some people are engaged to do their own activity, their own agricultural activity. They have not surplus food grains, so did not able to sold into the market. Students, here I am asking to you that all of you belongs to the village or you have idea about the village, you have visited on your land. In this condition, you have saw the process of the cultivation. Some farmers of the village Palampur use multiple cropping. Do you know what is the multiple cropping? Multiple cropping is a process in which the farmers produce more than two crops into the same piece of the land. Same piece of the land produced at the same time two or more crops. One thing which is important for the village Palampur is using the HYV. HYV, by the help of the HYV seeds. HYV, it means that high yielding variety seeds. They use this process, they use this method and these goods, HYV, pesticides and the fertilizers, they will able to produce more and more crops. But they use the chemical fertilizers also. These chemical fertilizers harm their land because of overusing of the irrigation. Overusing of the irrigation develop the salinity into the soil, and overusing of the chemical fertilizer and the pesticide did also harm the fertility of the soil. But the requirement of food grain is high, so farmers did not compare with this challenge. So they use continuously the high yielding variety, the pesticide, the chemical fertilizer, and the different thing. And after that, they will able to produce more and more crop. You can understand this by this data. Before the using of the HYV seeds or before adopting the Green Revolution, the villagers of Palampur able produce 1300 kg feet into a hectare. 1 hectare. In 1 hectare land, they will able to produce only 13 kg of it. But after adopting the Green Revolution, they can produce on the same land 3200 kilograms wheat. This is the difference after the using HYV and the Green Revolution. A student, today this is the important factor, this is the important thing of a village, and we are studying about the village Palampur, which is a hypothetical village. I request to you that you must read this part of the lesson. I will describe you the next part of the lesson into the next videos. Thank you.